Tracy Briggs is suing Trenton Jackson in the amount of $423.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated.
Miss Briggs claims the mover she hired stuffed her things into her SUV because he had no truck and says he broke her door latch and needs to pay for it.
State your name.
My name is Tracy Briggs.
Sir?
Trenton Jackson, sir.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $423 alleging he owes you after damaging your car?
Yes, sir.
Start with you.
Okay. I hired Mr. Jackson to move me. He's supposed to be a handyman mover.
Professional mover? All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Online, when I looked him up online, it said handyman/professional
Does he have a
mover.
truck?
He had good reviews. We used my truck. That was probably an indication. But
Right.
Yes, it was.
we used
Absolutely.
my truck. I have an Expedition. I'm single, one bedroom apartment. It wasn't gonna be, a lot of furniture.
You be hitting on me. My wife watch this show every day. You gonna hit on me in front of my son.
I'm not,
I'm
Judge.
single. I got plenty of money.
Right.
I live by myself. You just come on in and out.
Your
Go ahead.
Honor, I hired him. I'm just trying to state you why I even hired him to move.
I know that.
I'm not from the West Coast. I'm originally from the East Coast, but I live out here.
Okay.
Didn't have many people to call, so I looked online. He had good reviews, but the service was not. And I remember
Okay.
it like it was yesterday. It was a Thursday
course.
because that was the only day that he was available to move me. I let him know we would be using my truck, an Expedition. It's a big truck. He said it was gonna be $250 for 5 hours.
Which it is.
I paid him half up front, the other $125 to be paid when the job was completed. We started around 10 a.m. Everything was fine with the first one. We were transporting from Burbank to
How
North
much,
Hills.
what all were you transporting?
Furniture, some small
So
items,
you
boxes.
intended to move your entire apartment, all the stuff in your apartment, in an Expedition.
in various trips. That's why I booked him for 5 hours.
That's like 20 trips. That ain't no 5 hours. How you gonna
trying
take
to tell
5
you all.
hours
he
to
agreed
move
to
an
it.
entire?
He said he was a professional mover,
Yes,
and he agreed that it would be done.
10 professional movers together. I don't know if they can move an entire
One bedroom.
apartment contents in an Expedition. But go ahead.
He said he could. He agreed
Your
to
Honor.
it.
When he
We
saw
had a
it, he
verbal
said he
agreement.
could.
Yes.
All right,
I
that's
let
when
him
he
know.
saw it, and he said, I can do it.
And he said he could do it. We took the first trip. Everything was fine. He was, joking. He had a couple of inappropriate
That's
jokes.
what he did. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He was hitting on you. That's the only way.
And
That
I-
man knew.
and I ignored him.
That man know he couldn't
And-
move all that in no Expedition. You said he had a couple sideway quotes.
And I
statement.
ignored him. I declined his advances.
Light banner, that's all it was.
And once we moved that first trip, he said, oh, well, you should get a trailer or something.
A critical exchange unfolds, shedding light on the tensions between law and political power. Representative Slotkin presses Secretary Noem on a crucial question: whether the Department of Homeland Security has deported American citizens or lawful immigrants. This isn't just about border enforcement. It's about the protection of constitutional rights for everyone, regardless of citizenship. As the conversation delves deeper, we see the complexity of balancing national security with the fundamental rights that make up the very fabric of our democracy.
And I explained to him, no, we already spoke about it. I'm very meticulous. We discussed it. He's agreed to it. So I noticed his energy shifted a little bit. That next trip, he was throwing the boxes around a little bit.
okay.
He's like,
Yeah, I see why he hit on you. You got too much. You too much. You be doing too much.
Too much, Your Honor.
well, Your Honor,
All
he
this
agreed to
leaning
it.
back. I saw you one time. You threw that shoulder at me.
Your Honor, I am just stating the facts. He,
Was she doing all that when you were helping out? Was
Your Honor,
she
I'm
all
trying
that?
to concentrate and focus. You're doing all that extra stuff, Your Honor. It's unnecessary.
Yeah,
That is
you,
not
you
the
extra.
truth.
Right.
You got some extra with
That
you.
is-
Let me get some background from you, and then I'll get back.
okay.
I was called upon by Miss Briggs to assist her with moving some of her stuff out of her apartment. Had no problem with it. Once I got there, I noticed that it was a whole lot of equipment there, especially the sofa, the sofa that she has.
There you
so
go.
I went to my
It
car.
was a love seat.
I went to my car, and I made sure that she was aware that this is the price for rentals. It'd be best if we go ahead and get that. so it won't be no discrepancy.
Did he suggest you get a rental?
He did, but however, that
ahead,
says
let
must
him-
be rented 24 hours in advance. You cannot give that to me the morning of. He
Go
knew
ahead.
what the situation
All right.
was.
So I made her aware that it's a lot of stuff that we have to fit in her expedition. She continued to say, we don't need it, let's proceed. I'm like, okay, I'm getting paid for this.
It's
I don't
several
care.
trips back and forth. It's not one ride.
I mean, can I talk?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hold up, did Trenton really just make a move in the middle of a job? He's throwing some questionable comments Tracy's way, clearly distracting her from the task at hand. But what's worse, he didn't even bother to tell her up front that this easy move was going to require multiple trips. 5 hours? You're kidding, right? He's promising efficiency, but in reality, what's happening is an extended workout session for everyone involved.
So we ended up moving her boxes. She didn't have marked some of them. We ended up moving a sofa, which I told her.
Some of them weren't marked, but I was
In
there
an
to tell you where it had to
expedition,
be.
And I
told
Your
him
Honor,
where it had to
Your Honor,
be.
I
was
pulled
right
out the
there with
measuring
him.
tape just to make sure.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
This is the problem
I
right
see
here.
him,
You
yeah.
saw him bucking up.
Right.
This is the problem.
Y'all
He think
doing
he
that
cute.
to each other. You sitting here trying to be sexy too, and he around here bucking up. Y'all need to just go ahead and be together.
And later,
I brought a vase in. My sister needed a procedure, and after
You know,
her,
bougie folks call it Voss.
I bought the vase at a garage sale.
Vase.
At a garage sale, sir.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Tracy Briggs, who is suing Trenton Jackson for negligence.
It wasn't gonna fit, but she was
It was a
consistent
love seat.
on making sure we get it in there. So I was like, okay, Your Honor, let's go ahead and make sure we get it in there. So after a lot of pushing and prodding, got it into her expedition. I had to tie it down. Now, I made her aware that I have to tie this down, Your Honor. She was perfectly fine with that because we didn't want her stuff falling out the back
that he would make it work.
mid-traffic.
I trusted him
But there's a
because
certain thing called common sense.
well,
Exactly,
he said he
Your
was going
Honor.
to make it work, Your Honor, and he
You
said
just
he's a
said the man
professional
hit on
mover.
you. He was going to try to make whatever work he could.
Your Honor, we ended up getting everything up in her expedition. Then we ended up driving there.
How many trips?
We took about two trips.
Now let me get back to her on what went wrong. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What went wrong was he put everything in the truck.
Which
he
I did
said,
by myself.
Tracy's response is key here. Instead of backing down, she stays firm, knowing she's right. She trusted Trenton, and now her belongings are being treated like a game of Jenga. The energy shifts, and it's clear the trust that was supposed to be there between a professional and client is quickly crumbling. Could Trenton's behavior be a bigger problem than the broken latch?
I paid you. You were supposed to do it by yourself, sir. This is
You
the
expected
problem.
her to help?
This is the problem
I
right
see
here.
him,
You
yeah.
saw him bucking up.
Right.
This is the problem.
Y'all
he
was
think
doing
he
that
cute.
to each other. You sitting here trying to be sexy too, and he around here bucking up. Y'all need to just go ahead and be together.
Listen, I'm not interested in men who take advantage of women. I'm not interested in that. And
No,
I feel like
don't
that's
think
what
he
he
took
did.
advantage of you. I think what he did, he went and did something out of his norm, out of the norm, if indeed he is experienced in that area. You experienced in moving?
No,
Yes, sir. Yes,
if
Your
he
Honor.
was, he wouldn't have made these mistakes. So,
And you wouldn't have gotten it. You would have said, no, we can't do this expedition. I'm a professional, and you're just going to have to wait 24 hours until we get a truck. I'm sorry,
He
ma'am.
put the
I'm
love
not going
seat-
to put myself in this position. I could hurt myself trying to do this. No, this is not going to work. That's
Your
what
Honor.
you should have told
Your
me.
he
Honor,
put
I did
the love
everything
seat
with her
inside
consent.
of
Let
the
him
trunk.
talk.
Thank
Pardon?
you. I did everything with her consent. I made sure I put it in there. She wanted me to put it in there.
You did it
Now,
with her
also-
consent, but
Yes.
without common sense.
Okay.
Go
common
ahead,
sense.
ma'am. This
He-
is your profession.
Absolutely,
He
sir.
put the love seat in the trunk. It was a tight fit. I trusted him. He pulled out a handy dandy string or twine or something from his backpack and said he had to tie it up. Got home, he unloaded it. I took the stuff that was in the front seat, I took it up. My car doors were locked. The only thing that was open was the trunk. He was bringing the love seat upstairs. I paid him the rest of his money. He got upstairs. I
As you
asked him if he
should.
closed the truck behind him. He said he had. We were done. The next morning, like I said, it was a Thursday. I had to go to work that Friday. I go out and there's a boop, 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 like the car door is open. So I'm looking around and the trunk is ajar. So now I go out and I see that the latch is broken, which I have evidence of.
Let's see it, please, Amir.
Yes.
The plot thickens, folks. The professional mover tells Tracy it's her fault for not renting a trailer. But here's the catch. When you're hired as a professional, you make it your job to come prepared. Don't try to push the blame onto your client for your own lack of preparedness. This is a classic case of someone trying to cover up their incompetence. Is this how we define professionalism these days?
Don't get too close, son. She hunting today, dog. She hunting today.
The latch was broken.
He got more money than me because I didn't spend it all on him. Go ahead.
The latch was broken, so I called the body shop that I usually,
I don't know what this is.
Right.
This is a latch to what?
So that closes when you pull down the car.
Are you talking to the wrong person?
It should be open until you close it so that it
Yeah.
can lock behind it.
Got it.
So that was preventing the car from closing. I had to work that Friday. I had to take the car to the body shop, which means I did not go to work that day.
That's
I couldn't.
crazy.
So now I'm in the
How
body
couldn't
shop.
you get an Uber or?
The truck still has to get to the body shop. Sir, I need my truck to be able to get around and to work
And
and,
that's
to
what I'm
live my
saying.
life.
You use alternative means when you're.
I just spent
Absolutely, Your Honor.
$250
Ma'am, a
on
lot
him.
of people have
Uber.
problems with their car, and
Absolutely,
they
Your
have
Honor.
to take it to the shop,
They
and
take
they
it to the shop.
still get around like you say you had to. I had to get around.
I don't-
Yes,
I don't-
everybody that takes their car to the shop still has to get
And
around.
I don't make that
unless
much
they
money.
sleep
Right.
there. I don't know
Right.
anybody that sleeps at the car repair until
You're
it's
right.
finished. So everybody has to get around.
Got to get it right,
I
Your
do
Honor.
not make that much money. I didn't know exactly what was wrong with the truck. I text him from the body shop, let him know that I've been there all day, and they're saying the latch is broke, which I also have text
Let's
messages
see it,
of.
please.
And his response was, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but it's your fault because you didn't rent a trailer." And I have that too.
Making her accountable. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You a professional.
I know you didn't
So-
blame this on her, sir.
He did. He did.
Like I said, sir, you're the professional. If she chose not to rent a trailer and you knew she needed one, you shouldn't have done it.
Your
You
Honor.
shouldn't have done it. Yes.
All I was trying to do was what she wanted me to do, was move her items
Yeah.
into her expedition.
And as
I
a
told her prior
professional-
to that.
Now we're seeing the consequences of Trenton's lack of experience. The latch is broken and Tracy's facing car trouble. But Trenton? He's completely dodging responsibility, claiming it's her fault for not renting a trailer. This is where we see how his failure to plan and lack of proper communication backfire. And the funny thing is, this could have all been avoided with one simple solution. Don't overpromise and don't mislead your clients.
I told her prior to that we should rent a trailer. She was like, no.
Why did you think she should rent a trailer?
Because there was a whole lot of items.
And that mean there was a risk that something would happen to
and
her
she
truck.
was willing to take that risk to save
Okay,
money.
no, you were too, and you're the professional. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have
Thank
a
you,
good day.
Your Honor.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $423.
Button your buttons.
I got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll give
Just
you the
button
funky
your
money.
buttons. I hope nobody else
I'll
hire
give you
you.
the money.
You head out this way. After you.
Coming up,
I go to the auction and I read that they're starting the bid at $2,000. I immediately knew he lied to me.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
next time on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
During the last trip, he put everything in the truck.
Which
he
I did
said,
by myself.
I paid you. You're supposed to do it by yourself,
You
sir.
right.
This
You
is the
expected
problem.
her to help?
This is the problem
I
right
see
here.
it,
You
yeah.
saw him bucking up.
Right.
This is the problem.
Y'all
He think
doing
he
that
cute.
to each other. You sitting here trying to be sexy too, and he around here bucking out. Y'all need to just go ahead and be together. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Janice Ann is suing Richard Small in the amount of $3,500. Miss Ann claims she sold a vase to Mr. Small and says the antique dealer is a crook who paid her less than it was worth, then sold it at auction for thousands more.
State your name,
Janice Ann.
sir.
Richard Small.
And ma'am, you're suing Mr. Small for $3,500, alleging he owes this money because he misled you on the value of a vase that he sold you.
Yes, sir.
All right, start with you.
I brought a vase in, and I needed the money really bad. My sister needed a procedure, and after
You know,
her...
bougie folks call it.
This is a pivotal moment in the case. Tracy has done her part by presenting the damage, and it's now clear who is at fault. Trenton, on the other hand, is grasping at straws, trying to make excuses for why his lack of preparation is someone else's fault. The judge is listening closely, and the truth is becoming harder to ignore.
Voss.
I bought the vase at a garage sale, Voss, at a garage sale, sir. Anyway, so I paid $50 for it, and my sister needed a procedure.
How long ago did you get the Voss?
It was 6 months, around about 6 months.
$50. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I brought it into his antique shop, and I asked him what the value was, and he told me it was $1,000, and he could buy it from me for $500, half of the value, because that was the store policy. And I believed him to be honest, and I was in a panic. So I took the $500, taking him at his word. So 2 weeks later, there's an auction. He's having an auction, and he's auctioning off the Voss. I go to the auction and I read that they're starting the bid at $2,000. I immediately knew he lied to me.
Coming up.
I needed to come up with $2,000. I could have, if he had been honest, I would have came up with $1,000 and only had to come up with.
Sir. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Janice Ann, who is suing Richard Small for $3,500.
I was in shock because $2,000, I should have received $1,000, probably wouldn't be here today.
But you gave it to him to auction for you, right?
No. I sold it to him. There was an auction.
Sold it back
he
to
gave
him.
me the option to sell it at the auction, but I said for 40% of what it would have sold for. Mm-hmm. But I didn't take that because I needed the money right away. So I needed to come up with $2,000. I could have, if he had been honest, I would have came up with $1,000 and only had to come up with.
Sir?
I feel like I treated her very fairly, and I offered her a $500, which is 50%.
How did you determine 1,000?
Yeah.
How?
I've been in the business now for 2 years. I take courses, I read,
Okay.
I go to shows, and
Okay.
I'm by far, I'm not an expert, but I am learning, and I thought it was...
You estimated it 1,000 and you told her she can get it for 500.
Yeah, which is our store policy.
So what's the takeaway from this case? It's not just about moving furniture. It's about responsibility, communication, and most importantly, professionalism. Trenton didn't deliver, and now he's paying the price. Tracy, on the other hand, did everything she could to get her items moved in good faith. In the end, the scales of justice tip in her favor. She gets her $423, but it's the lesson in professionalism that should stay with us all.
Or I did offer her to wait and take 40% of the value of the auction sale, which I myself don't know what it's going to be. I did have it appraised about a week later after I gave her the money, and the appraisal was for $2,500, and I started the bidding at $2,000. And as I said before, I didn't really know how much it was worth. There was some writing on the bottom.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. If she'd have taken the 40%,
Yeah.
she would have gotten 1,000.
No.
So she would have gotten
It sold for
$3,500. It sold for $10,000.
I would have gotten $4,000 altogether.
Where we get to 2,500?
4,000.
Oh, it's because you started the bidding at 2,000.
Yeah, and
All
I
right,
should have
and
at
it went
least
all the
got
way up to
1,000.
10. That means you messed up with your appraisal, sir. In this case, it's how much is this worth? It's worth 1,000 with confidence, based on your professional expertise. Then you go to another professional, and that professional tells you it's worth $2,500. You base your auction on what the most recent appraisal 3 weeks after yours is. So you messed up. You gave her the wrong appraisal. And I'll grant you your judgment, ma'am. $3,500. I believe you were misled.
Thank you.
Because 3 weeks later, it was worth nearly three times the amount he sold it to you for. Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $3,500.
You two have any final words for each other?
Yeah, you should be honest with your customers from now on. I'm a patron. I'll never go back to your store.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.
If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We'll be back with more cases where the stakes are high and the drama is real. Until next time, stay tuned for more Mathis E. Court